Hey everyone, this is a market recap for Monday, April 20th, 2026. So we had a gap down overnight, right at the open really, on Sunday. And on this 15-minute chart here towards the gap at 71.61, you can see that you were rewarded if you were trading at that time. We never even challenged that low that was put in at 6:15 Eastern. So overnight, we had a bounce off of the 38.2. We met our profit target at 71.36. We also hit our other profit target of the 38.6 and the negative 61.8 as well. Led us right up into a potential gap fill play. Now, gaps on Mondays are kind of 50-50 for the full, but the half gap has a higher percentage based on 20 years of fill data that we have. And, so yes, it would have been easier if you were in earlier, of course. But what could you have done? You could have tried to play this is the low going into the morning. And I didn't. So I was playing actually the 71.41 area here as an entry. Which I did enter at 71.41.75. I took off half using, this is my stop area, and ended up taking off one at the quarter, and I never fully got the full gap. I was stopped out at 51. So still, a decent trade, not a loss. Made some points on it. And, when we look at other gaps, what other gap was filled? The gap from Sunday night open was filled at 71.51. So that was kind of my line in the sand. We broke underneath that, never looked back, and never filled that gap as of right now. It's 12.14 in New York. What else was happening on the VIX? Sunday night we had a gap up. So, we're kind of in between two moves here. You're seeing some resistance on the VIX. We had resistance 21.10, so a one tick front run. Met the profit target, and now we're in another bounce into resistance. We defended so far, and we're getting closer to our morning lows. So that's what's happening with the VIX on the larger time frame. The VIX still has a potential uptrend. A break of the 1960 area would help to confirm resistance above us. What else worked well for us today? This chart's going to be a little bit more full of stuff in terms of levels and indicators we're using. But, so far we came very close to filling our full gap. I mean, you're not just going to sit there and cry over 2 points and wait. You're going to get out. But what happened? So this was the daily pivot here. Once we stayed under the daily pivot, we actually went to our pivot support 1. We got a good bounce there, and we're really in between two levels right now, but we'll see if we're going to test this again. Typical Monday range. What else worked well? Right before the open at 9:24, we bounced off the 20 handle to the 10 handle, which was also the quarter gap. We came very close to filling the half gap on that 9:36 pop. They gave us another chance. We actually filled it. We filled the 3/4 gap, and that's where we're sitting for now. So that gap remains open. There's still a chance that we could run into it, and on the higher time frame, what does that look like? In the higher time frame, we're just running into a 50% retracement from yesterday's lows to highs. So there would be nothing crazy about us filling that profit target at 71.77, especially if the VIX retraces into its full 50% here at 20. So that's what we're going to look for tomorrow. If we don't fill the gap today, we'll mark this as open. We have quite a few gaps unfilled underneath us. It looks like that's unfilled as well. That's unfilled. So I'll mark those out, and you know, it's just something to be aware of. When it happens, it's going to be quick. It might be kind of hard to get into, but ES always retraces very deeply into resistance, so they'll always give you another chance. And that's your market recap for Monday, April 20th, 2026.